Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Smart Technology. In this video we are going to discuss how block hashes works in blockchain. A blockchain is a concept of storing data digitally. This data comes in blocks. These blocks are chained together and make the data immutable. When a block of data is chained with the other blocks, its data can never be changed again. It will be publicly available to anyone who wants to see it ever again and will be available in the same sequence in which it was added to the blockchain. Nobody can change the information once it is added in the blockchain. We have learned how to build the block, and the cryptographic hashes ties into the whole process. Imagine a bunch of blocks of transaction data. The block resembles in chronological order, but block number 1 is followed by block number 2, the block number 3, the block number 4, and you can continue it as long as you want. Here you will find out that there is a number field, data field, one nonce field, hash value field, and previous field. The previous field is corresponding to hash value field of the previous block. We know that every block in a blockchain is cryptographically tied to the next block. The previous field in blockchain is 0 because the block 1 doesn't have a previous hash value, so its value is 0. In block number 2, you will find that there is a hash value in the previous field, which references to the previous block hash value. This process is continuing until the last block. Imagine if the data in the block is altered. Let's say that we have altered in block number 2. The data in block number 2 is now different, and the mining the block also gets a new signature. The signature that corresponds with this new set of data is no longer changed to other blocks. It just breaks block number 2 because the hash is no longer valid, and it also invalidates every single block that comes after it to the end of the chain. It indicates to other users of blockchain that some data in block 2 has altered, and because the blockchain should be immutable, they reject this chain by shifting back to a previous record of the blockchain where all the blocks are still chained together. This is the main advantages of blockchain. Now, if you try to fix it, the only way you can do it by figuring out a nonce, which is explained in the previous lesson. So we take simply one block and try that. If it doesn't give a valid hash, try with 2, 3, 4 and none of them will work, and simply mine it. When you mine a block, the system figures out there is a valid hash as it has got 4 leading zeros, but as you notice that when you try to hash block number 2, this hash doesn't have 4 leading zeros. Therefore, it is still an invalid block, so you would have to mine this block as well. Also, you have to do that with every single block all the way to front of the chain to fix the problem. And the next topic is understanding the importance of 4 leading zeros in the hash. Now let's talk about how important it is to have 4 leading zeros. These 4 leading zeros are tied to something called difficulty level. The difficulty level is something that's tied and built into the blockchain network, which determines how difficult it is for you to get the equivalent cryptographic hash for a block. In this case, difficulty level requires us to have a hash that is smaller than what we have in the target. We will need a target that has at least 4 leading zeros. For example, if the hash target is 000A1, B2C, 3D, E4, 5F6, any hash less than equal to the number is valid block hash. Many hashes would satisfy this requirement, and any one of those would be invalid. However, it is tough ask to field such a hash. These difficulty levels keep increasing over the time as the new computers are added in more cryptographic hashing to the Bitcoin network. So more hashing power means the difficulty levels needs to go up. This difficulty level is adjusted in every 2 weeks to make sure that the computer which is actually competing to solve these cryptographic problems take approximately a total of 10 minutes to mine a new block. For example, if we were needed to hash less than or equal to 0 tetra f, we have 65,536 choices. However, if we were find hash less than or equal to 000 we have only 256 choices. A lower target number means few choices. Usually more leading zeros were required in our hash, much harder to find to a valid hash. So this is all about how block hashes work in blockchain. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.